Hello everybody, this is the Pocket Passer. I'm your host, Randy White. I hope all of you are having a fantastic day. I know I am. It's time to get right into a great episode. I've got my top 5 MVP candidates for you after week 12. Starting off with number 5, Saquon Barkley. He's 4th in the league in yards, rushing, 8th in rushing touchdowns. He's been a key part of this New York Giants offense. The 7-4 Giants would not be anywhere close to as successful as they are if they did not have Saquon Barkley. He is an elite athlete, and the highlights prove it. Week in and week out, he makes plays that are the reason for their victories. They wouldn't be anywhere close to where they are without him and the excellent play calling by Brian Dable. So really impressed with Barkley's performance this year, and he is a huge part of their success. Now, number 4. You know him. We've seen him in the conversation before. He was just in the Super Bowl last year. Joe Burrow, 3rd in yards passing, tied 2nd in touchdown passes with 23. He's played exceptional football this year since throwing 4 picks in the first game of the season against the Steelers, where they lost 23-20. Joe Burrow has just thrown 3 picks. And also, since their 0-2 start, the Bengals have gone 7-2. They're tied for first in the division. Losing to the Ravens 19-17 is the reason they are second place in the division, but the same record as the Ravens, and they still have to play the Ravens one more time. This division is very much up in the air, and with the way the Bengals are playing, I would take them. They are dominating on both sides of the football right now. I've been very impressed. Their win against the Titans was huge. Joe Burrow has played a huge factor, in the way he has played without his number 1 receiver has been very impressive. 3, Tua Tagovailoa. He's been exceptional this year. 4th in yards per game, 5th in touchdown passes. He's played great football week in and week out. He's cleaned up his mistakes and his interceptions that he had last year to a great degree. He's fantastic. I talked about this on a couple of other episodes. He is so exceptionally good at getting to the top of his drop and getting the ball out accurately and on time, in rhythm, to his fast receivers and letting them go make plays. He knows who he is. He knows the kind of athlete he is. And he knows he's not one of those guys that's going to extend plays and chuck it deep. He's paid the price when he has tried to do that. And for the most part, he's done a great job getting the ball on time and accurately to his superstar receivers. And they've gotten the work done for him. And because of that, I mean, when you look at their team, Tua is 8-0 when he starts the game and exits healthy. And what I mean by that is, well, he exited against the Bills and wasn't healthy, but he came back. He sat out against the Texans in the second half purely because of their 30-0 lead, thanks to him. But his production has been exceptional, and they are 0-3 when he can't finish the game due to injury. So you can tell the offense is completely different when he's not out on the field. And this is the key stat here. When Tua plays, the Dolphins average 29.25 points per game. They've been under 20 points one time. It was their win against the Steelers. When Tua doesn't play, 16 points per game, 0-3. So huge difference offensively, and below 20 points every time. The highest points they scored was 17 in Tua's absence in those 3 weeks. He is key to their offensive success. You might say it's the receivers, but his absence proved without a doubt that they need him to put all the puzzle pieces together in that offense. He's 3. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. In my opinion, he'll probably end up with the MVP, but right now I have him at 2. Right now I think he's the second most deserving. He'll find himself at 1 by the end of the season, most likely. 1st in yards passing, 1st in touchdown passes. He's just been unbelievable this year. He's been incredible. And the highlights show it, and they've shown it for years. He can do what no other quarterback can do. His ability, his arm talent is the best in the league. No one is at his level. And time again, he makes plays when you need to make plays. The Chiefs would not be anywhere close to where they are without him. Despite Tyreek Hill's absence, they found a way to be successful, despite the fact that their receiving core isn't nearly as good as it was last year, and everyone, including myself, had great doubts in the Chiefs, thought the Chiefs would finish last in the division, thought they wouldn't be successful. this and that and the other and all of their shortcomings that they might have, Patrick Mahomes has ensured that that would not be the case. He's been nothing short of spectacular this year. 29 touchdowns and around 3,500 passing yards. He's been fantastic. My number one candidate for MVP right now, Jalen Hurts. He's been exceptional. 15th in passing yards, tied for 9th in passing touchdowns. That doesn't sound too impressive, but when you factor in the fact that this man has just done everything for this team on the ground, over 500 yards rushing, along with being 6th in the league in rushing touchdowns with eight. He has been a force to be reckoned with. Just ran for 100 yards in the first quarter against the Packers, 157 rushing yards in that game against Green Bay, which is an Eagles record for rushing yards by a quarterback. They've got all the pieces they needed to put around him. He got better in the offseason. I talked about it in a couple episodes prior to this. Jalen Hurts has been reading the field extraordinarily well. Last year, I felt like he struggled in reading passing concepts. I felt like sometimes it was like intellectually he wasn't making the right decisions. He makes the right decisions all the time this year. It's so impressive just how much he's grown in just one season of playing, or a season and a half prior to. I know he played in a good amount of games his rookie year after Carson Wentz was benched, but last year his first full year, this year his second full year, and the strides he has made from last year to this year are unbelievable. Nick Sirianni's done a fantastic job molding the offense around him, and he has taken full advantage of it. The Eagles, with the best record in the league, first team in the league to hit 10 wins on the season, and it's all because of Jalen Hurts. Even when Jalen Hurts when the Eagles lost to the Washington Commanders, you couldn't pin that game on Jalen Hurts. He played very well in that game, and even his interceptions were well-thrown balls that his receivers just couldn't haul in. It's really, really impressive. Just the level of play that he's playing at surpasses my expectations for him on a multitude of levels. I mean, I thought the Eagles were going to be good. I picked the Eagles to go 12-5, win the NFC East, but I really just felt like that was going to happen because they were a good team and because they had an easy schedule. It's not just that. First of all, the schedule has been a little harder than expected because there's been some teams they've played that have been better than expected. Washington's been a lot better. Dallas has been a lot better. The Giants have been a lot better. They've played a lot better teams than what I expected them to play according to what their teams were last year in the schedule. And Jalen Hurts has really put this team on his back when he's needed to. He's made plays time and time again when he needed to. 40 points scored against the Packers just a couple of nights ago to put that game away, where he was a key part of that. 157 yards rushing, and he had an exceptional game. 27 points in the first half. It was just lights-out performance, and it's been lights-out performance after lights-out performance for the Eagles, and it's been pretty much all because of Jalen Hurts' ability to transcend his passing ability and complement his running ability in a perfect way. He is the NFC's version of Josh Allen, and right now he's playing at a higher level and making less mistakes. You can't ask for a much better season from a quarterback that really a lot of concerns on him last year. People, including myself, did not think he'd be the franchise guy. He has shut all of us up. I hope he can keep it rolling. He is my number one MVP candidate as of right now. That's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed the content, if you want to check out more content, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon if you want to see when I upload more videos. I'm posting a ton of content now on Instagram and TikTok. Follow me at The Pocket Passer. Just getting more and more content out there. I posted, I think, 3 TikToks last night. Some in conjunction with the Monday Night Football game, Steelers Colts. Kenny Pickett looked good in that game. More on that another time. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see all of you in the next video.